speaking of the GOAT, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson is the new AEW World Champion. All is right with the world.
I am surprised you're not hoarse.
I was for like the next 3 days after that. Inside scoop about what happened during that, right? So I am actually I might have it here somewhere. I am Trevor sitting in my section, and I'm like in the middle of my section, and like right below me is like the tunnel for people to like go in and out to get concessions. I
Gotcha.
had a I had a decent sized Bryan Danielson flag
Okay.
that I was waving throughout the entire match. I used it to wipe off my tears throughout the match.
Okay.
Um, and the dude next to me was just like, oh my god, like first of all he was pissed, like he was just like gone, but he was like, I've known Bryan Danielson for the past nine, or it's like since 2009. How long have you known him? I was like, since like 2009. We were just like, whoa. I'll say this like right up front, the best wrestling show I've ever been to, the best wrestling match that I have ever witnessed or watched, my new favorite match of all time, Bryan Danielson, Swerve Strickland, for many reasons. It's not just because of Bryan, but like we'll talk about what this did for Swerve, because I think this launched Swerve into a whole new stratosphere.
Mhm.
But Trevor, we've talked about this. For a very long time, Bryan has been one of the most beloved wrestlers by the fans and by his
Yep.
peers.
Yep.
And as great as that moment at WrestleMania 30 was, it was something that was kind of taken away from him very soon after. His father passed away. Like a
Mhm.
week after that, had he had like injuries that led him to vacate the title at that point, and it just felt like he never got that run on his terms. And now we're getting it, and at least for the next little while, he's sticking around. And I mean, that story they told All In though, with like his family, and that like something's gonna stick with me is like that like, I hate calling it a Hulk up, but like we all know that it's a Hulk
Yeah.
up. But like that Hulk up he did, where it was like he was getting kicked by Swerve, and he was looking right at his family, Bree, Buddy, and
Mhm.
his daughter Birdie, and he was just like, "I love you so much." And every time Swerve was him, I was like, "Oh, I love you so much." That is gonna
That
stick with me as like one of the greatest like hype
dude,
ups in wrestling history.
that like is a person that is very family oriented, family driven. Like that. Oh my, yo, I'm not even a crier, and I wanted to. Like that was absolutely amazing, and like you said, it's one of the best hookups I've ever seen. Hate calling it that, but one of the best hookups I've ever seen. And another thing that I noticed, yo, I remember when his daughter was like born. She's ginormous.
She is that is we're getting old, Trevor. Buddy,
I'm not realizing that, but no, she's
bro,
ginormous.
like Buddy's like a pandemic baby, and like,
Yeah, he is. And
and
he's what, like
he's grown too.
three,
Like,
three, two? Like,
yeah.
dude, I was like, wow, sooner or later they're gonna be bigger, taller than him.
Yeah, no, Buddy's well, according to Bryan, his son Buddy's like all about like wrestling him, and like he's like
Man.
doing that. And Bryan's just like, yeah, I'm worried about when he turns like 16, 17, and like I'll be like 60 or whatever. Like he's gonna take me. um Bryan Danielson also like genuinely one of the most interesting and to listen to like interviews there is. Like any interview he does, whether it's with the Gorilla Position recently or the Wrestling Classic, my boy Justin, shout out to him. Like it's just dude is just so fun to listen to, and he's just like then you understand like why he's like so beloved. Like he's just an awesome dude.
Dude, it really is. Like I love when he talks about his family. Every interview that I hear from him and he talks about his family, I love it. Just love the genuineness of him and everything. Like you can't hate Brian Danielson. Like you can't. Whether he's your favorite wrestler or not, you can't hate him. You just it's hard to. He's such a nice guy.
If you hate Bryan Danielson, I'm not saying if you don't like him. That's a different thing. But if you hate Bryan Danielson, something is wrong with you. like
Oh,
genuinely,
absolutely.
like you could hate me. And you might be right. You never know. But you can hate Trevor. You're probably right. You never know. But like you hate Bryan. Like that's
So
just
many
like
do already.
that's a you problem. That's a you problem if you hate Bryan. Like genuinely, he is. I mean, man. Like, look, we know where I stand on this. For his generation, he is, in my opinion, the greatest. Like he is the best of his generation. Keep your CM Punks. Keep your John Cena's. Shout out to John Cena, 2025. The retirement tour is coming. But
I mean, he like there are a few that I would say are in that direction, right? As well. But Bryan Danielson is probably in for his generation, and since he is part of your wrestling, generation, honestly, he is quite possibly the greatest wrestler to ever live at this point. And to be honest, that promo he cut before Olin was one of the best promos I've ever heard possible. And like, dude, oh my god, you got goosebumps just listening to him. Like it was, oh my god. I know I hear people have been saying it a lot and saying it a long time, and I hear it and whisper, and but now I really starting to believe it. Like I'm the greatest fucking.
oh no, say it. No, he said it with his chest. He said, "People have been saying it all the time, and I'm gonna say it right now. I'm the
right
best
now,
fucking
best
wrestler in the
fucking
world."
wrestler, dude. Like I
And
was
then
like,
all
yes.
and swerve it all in. You're gonna get the American fucking dragon. I lost
I was
it.
like, yo, he's going to beat him. That's what I knew. I was like, he's gonna win. He's gonna win.
He's him. He's him, bro. Swerve was cooked the second he said that. I was like, yo, Swerve, you don't know what you just unlocked. You unlocked your worst nightmare, son.
I was like,
It's
dude, you're
over.
about to get. Oh, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, dude. And how did you mark out for his interest too? I know you did. I know you did. I know you did.
Look, I will say this too. American after witness look we've been saying this for a while, right? We're like, oh, like European crowds are like probably the best. After witnessing this in person, Trevor, I am even more disappointed in American crowds than one could possibly think. Yo, shout out to the UK. Y'all don't got any culture over there, but what you do got is some amazing chanting and amazing like vibes at sporting events because bro, there were so many chants I didn't even know. I was learning chants like as we were going on. It was such a great time, such a great vibe. I'm going to All Out, and unfortunately, I know like it's Chicago's a great wrestling city. It's gonna be great,
Yep.
but I
But it's
also
not
know
the
they're gonna be like, "You deserve it." We stopped
like
chanting because like we can't chant after two chants because we get bored. We're American. We gotta go get French fries. Do. Shout out to all the
One of
American
my
fans watching, by the way.
one of